When that was brought up to start doing strut tower bars, they kind of let me just run with it. I had John help out. We kind of figured out what kind of design we wanted to do and how we wanted to do the fixturing, and then once we got like the first design down, we kind of just brought that into the rest of the chassis that we started to produce. It started off as we're just going to do these a little bit, you know, and they've kind of taken off and from start to finish, I don't think people realize the process that it actually takes. It's pretty time consuming. I mean, if we have a big build, it can take me up to 3 weeks to finish, you know, a decent sized batch of them. And it's cool to know that you've done everything from start to finish yourself. I had never done anything like that before, so it was all new to me. Just it goes back to the things you do around here, and if you don't know, you ask questions or you learn, you know. You always gotta be willing to learn, and I'd watch John, and then finally, once I figured out how he wanted them done, it's pretty, you know, I was able to replicate it with every other chassis. Yeah, usually, I mean, as you see with like the exhaust stuff we do, it's broken down. We have people that pre-cut parts and clean them up and get them ready so the welders can just weld, you know, because it's a high production part. We produce a lot of them. With this, I think that there's a little more time, so we don't necessarily need to have someone else help with steps to speed up the process. You know, maybe that'll be the case once we start building more of them, but right now it works pretty well with me doing them start to finish. It's pretty wild. It's almost becoming more of a full-time thing that I have to build them more and more often. Builds get bigger. It's crazy to see how fast they've taken off. I think it's just trying to make them better every time. Every bar you make should be the best bar you've made. And they've gotten better and better and better and better, and they get easier to make at the same time because you get in a rhythm, you know how you want to do it. You know, this position works better than that position, and it makes it more enjoyable when you get done welding it and you're like, oh man, that looks really good. The two bars are actually stitched together, and we'll do about a 2-inch stitch on one end of the front face of the bar, 2-inch on the other end, and there's another one in the middle underneath the weld plate, but there's also 2 in the back that are evenly spaced in between those, so that it almost acts as if it's fully welded across. So it's super rigid, and once it's tightened down, it's not going anywhere. You know, it's definitely tied together really well to do what it needs to do with stiffening the chassis. Just how you said that, it's pretty much, hey, I built that, I worked there, I designed that. That's pretty cool. You know, it's a little bit of gratification. It's definitely cool to see, knowing you had a part in something that is on someone's car 3,000 miles away. It's simple, I enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I'd go do something else.